Okay, hi everybody. So today I'm going to illustrate to you how to install Lumerical 2020 on your Windows computer. So by the time you're watching this video, of course, I expect you to be having the installation files and because ideally I'm not going to illustrate to you how to download it. So please go ahead and get it and then you can come back and install it if you don't have it already. So for those who are already having this file, so the thing that normally is true is that the moment you download this file, it's going to be an archive file as such. So you go ahead and extract this. So me, I will not do this because I already extracted it here. So I won't repeat the steps. So once it's extracted, you'll have three important things here. The README file, which will illustrate the different steps that we'll have to go through to ensure this software is properly installed. Then you have the CRAG folder, which contains important files that we shall be using later to patch this software. And then the Ansys Lumerical image, which contains the installation file. And for you to install it, you have to mount this image first. So for my case, I'll just double click and um, the image is already mounted. But if that doesn't work for you, then I'll suggest that you go ahead and use tools like WinRAR or 7-zip to extract this image file. Well, all right, so I'm expecting that everybody's at this step. So now we shall be using this Lumerical data installer to install this software. So you can run it just okay, you can just start it, double click it. It's trying to install, so preparing files and else taking some time trying to load data. And well, so there we are. So say welcome to Ansys Lumerical 2020. So yeah, just say next, accept these terms, and now here you can select the location as to where you want to install it. I'll just leave it in program file C, but you can change if you want to. Then I'll I'll say that you add these firewall exceptions, but if you don't, and then at the time, maybe when you're running this program for the first time, you'll still be requested to do so. So I'll just say maybe you do it at this step. All right, so install. So the installation is gonna take quite some time. And let's grab a cup of coffee and relax. the installation is complete, right? It's asking you to, you could check here to launch it, but since it's not yet activated, I wouldn't recommend this. Just say finished, and now we go to this other step. So here, so first of all, they're saying install this Lumerical. We're done with this step. And then we're supposed to override this file. So in the crack folder, we have these two directories, the Ansys Inc. and then Lumerical. So we're supposed to override this, and these are located in the location as to where you install the program. You remember I left it in C program file, so I'm just going to replace those files there. But if for you, you selected another location, then I will suggest you to replace those those folders in those locations. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go back one step. All right, okay. So this is our crack folder. So we have these two. I'll select them, copy, then we go to C, and then program files. So you can see we have Lumerical, but we don't have the Ansys Inc. It doesn't matter. Just paste this here, then say replace. Do this for all, and then continue. Good. We're done with that step. So we're done with ideally these two, 1.2 and 3. Then this is the next step. We're going to creating system environment variables. So first environment variables that we need to create is the Ansys leak underscore dir pointing to this location. All right, now this location is inside these crack folders that you have copied in the previous steps. So first of all, to go to your environment variables, you can, of course, there are so many ways to navigate, but I would suggest just go to your Windows Explorer, and then in this PC, right click and go to properties. So here, and then go to advanced system settings, and then go to environment variables. So here, you can add a new one, or you can edit. Okay. So when you look at yeah, let's just add a new one. But apparently, I've already added all these things because I already had this software installed. I just removed it to illustrate for you these steps. But since for you don't, because you can see here, these are the this is the variables that we're going to add. First is the Ansys leak underscore dir, and then Ansys lmd underscore license underscore file, which is exactly what we have here. But let me show you how it's done. So to add an environment variable, just click on new, and then here you put the name of the variable. So the name of the variable is Ansys. It's in caps lock. Ansys leak. Ansys. Oh no. Underscore dir. All right. Then the variable value. So the variable value, according to this, is supposed to point to Ansys Inc. shared files and then licensing. If you know this, you can type it right here, but I will suggest that this is a directory, you can see. So I want you to notice the difference between these two. The first one is a directory because we're just pointing to licensing, while the second one is a file. You see, it's pointing to licensing, license files, and then ansys lmd.leak, which is a file. So Those are the two important things. So if I want to put a path to a directory, I just browse directory. If it's a file, I browse file. So I'm going to browse a directory, and then so it is in this PC, uh, drive C. Then you go to program files, then the Ansys Inc., which you have just copied in the previous steps. Then you go to uh, shared files. No, okay. We already said files and then licensing right there. So this is the path we need. So you can click OK. I'm not gonna do that because I already have it, but click OK and you'll be done. And then you repeat the same to this other one here. You add this and that, but this time you're going to browse file. And now in browsing this file, you go to licensing, you go to license file and then this file. So that will be it. But now you'll have to change this to, you have to change this name to that. So the moment those are completed, you should be able to have two variables with their values. Good. And then you click OK, OK, and close these settings. So the moment those are complete, you have completed up to step 4. So we're left with this one last one, that is the activation. So how do you activate? They're saying run start all programs and then go to configure license. So when you click on the start menu, you already see configure license popping up here. So click on that. Then what do we see here? So they're saying that on the floating tab for license manager selection, select enterprise. So enterprise already selected, so I don't need to do anything there. All right, and then for server, input the full path to the Ansys element lmd.leak file. So by default, of course, it will be that. Yes, actually, that's where my LMD file is located. But remember, if for you change the installation location, it will be different. So you'll have to put exactly that value here. And then for you to do that, you just say specify when you click here, and then you can select that location. But for my case, I want because this is exactly the path. And yeah, and then for action, just select apply these settings to use my account only and click OK. So yeah, and okay. So and we're done. So the software is successfully installed and activated. So when you click here, should be able to start our program. Great, you can start a new project. Mode. So you can see it just worked perfectly. Software is activated and yeah, you're good. So you can do whatever you want. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Uh, I'll be happy to get some feedbacks, of course, 1, 2, or anything that you think, of course, that you don't get clearly. Also, you can alert me on that, and I'll be happy to help. Until next time.